Abe, I'll throw this next one to you since we're talking about all the change that has come in the last couple of years economically, globally. We're not even halfway through the current decade, and we've seen a global pandemic, a rise in popularity for alternative digital currencies, and we've seen mind-blowing leaps in AI technology. Now, looking several years into the future, what factors or issues do you believe will be at the forefront of the global economic zeitgeist that might not be in our collective minds currently? And I know that you referred to this as futurology, so please riff away.
Yeah, I'm putting my futurology cap on. I mean, I think on the one hand, one of the things that I'm looking at is it's much more mundane, but it's just about fragmentation. It's about, we saw so many years of things were moving to a more global, integrated kind of understanding of the world. And increasingly, I think what we're going to see is how do we manage a world, not where it's not back to a world where we have like walls and there's no interaction, but in a world where you're going to have to deal with fragmentation within globalism. And I'm just reminded recently there was this scandal around McKinsey's operation in China, and that they were, doing things that a few years ago probably most people would have thought were pretty, banal. They were giving advice to organizations about technological development. Fast forward now today, it's about a world where that's seen as that a US company is helping an adversary. And so those kinds of transformations in thinking, I think, are going to come in, just rapidly at us. So whether it's IT stacks that they start to separate and become regional ecologies, whether it's about markets that have a much more regional flair, all those things I think are going to be big challenges for firms, but also for societies. The second thing I think we need to think about is really ecological disruptions, places where changes in the environment are going to lead to really massive transformations for business and societies. Some of that is just going to be about nature changing, but some of it is going to be about human responses to it. And the one that I lived through last year, I was in Berlin, living there, and you had people they're chaining themselves to highways and really blocking traffic for large portions of the day. It's not something that we've really experienced in the United States, but those kinds of pressures and responses, I think, are going to get to a level that very few people are anticipating right now.